Welcome back to this Elite Guitarist tutorial for Julia Florida by Augustin Barrios. Welcome to part 2 of this Elite Guitarist tutorial of Augustin Barrios' Julia Florida. We're now at bar 21, the 6th system on page 1, okay? And you notice a tempo. So we're coming out of the rallento poco here, the end of bar 20, and we have a common finger, which is the F sharp right here. So you can readjust that or you can leave it down, okay? This is the downbeat of bar 21. Notice I do a pull off from the D at the 5th fret of the 5th string to the B of the B, which is at the 2nd fret of the 5th string, while the F sharp is ringing over top. You want to pull into the string and then up, but not touching the 4th string because you'll mute the melody. You want that F sharp ringing. So here is bar 20 into bar 21, and then an open B on top. As you adjust to the second half of the measure, which is an E and a G together. The E is the 2nd fret of the 4th string, with a C sharp at the 4th fret of the 5th string, and then an open B. And then I like to change colors in the next measure, Ponticello, by rotating my wrist and also going closer to the bridge. Back to the warmer color in bar 23. So I'll do that one more time. Okay, it's kind of cool. I like to do it. You can keep it steady the whole time if you like, but there's also a repeat, which you can experiment with as well. This is bar 23, so the same pull-off figure we were doing, but now the B is played on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and then we throw down a bar on the 2nd fret. And I like to have that B ring over the beat as part of the melody. So that B there with your 2nd finger, and then C sharp with E. C sharp is the 4th fret of the 5th string, and then an E is within the 5/6 bar on the 2nd fret, and that's located on the 4th string. Hold that down, then A in the melody, which is a part of the bar, and then G at the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then I slide my 3rd finger over to the 5th fret of the 5th string, which is a D, and I play an F sharp at the same time, which is the 4th fret of the 4th string, hammer on to the 5th fret of the D string, which is a G, and then to the E now with your thumb on the right hand. The E is at the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And then here, I like to bring my 3rd finger down to the 4th fret and rake through both the 5th and the 4th string with my thumb on the right hand. That's a C sharp and an F sharp. A sharp with our index finger here. This is the 3rd fret of the 3rd string, and then C sharp is a part of the bar on the 2nd fret. Okay? So this is bars 23 and 24. Hold the melody. Slide over. Okay, and it's up to you whether you want to do a 5/6 bar here or a 2/3 bar, because that's going to carry over into bar 25. Okay, I guess I'm doing a 2/3 bar, so that works for me. Let's go to the final system now of page 1. This is bar 25. So you have that bar already down from bar 24, and I like to do a rest stroke in the melody to mute the C sharp that was ringing underneath. And I like to do a rest stroke in the melody to mute the C sharp that was underneath with my A finger. F sharp in the melody, then we have that low D, and then an F sharp at the 4th fret of the 4th string, and then another F sharp, leave those ringing, and then make the B minor chord there with your 2nd and 4th finger. Your 2nd finger is going to play the D at the 3rd fret of the B string, and your 4th finger plays the B at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. This is bar 25. Okay, then bar 26, we move our first finger to the low E, 2 octaves away from the melody, 2nd fret of the low string, open G, then E, leave that low E ringing, and add your 2nd finger to the C sharp at the 2nd fret of the B string, and your 4th finger on the 4th fret of the G string, which is a B. Let those ring into themselves, open E, and then C sharp. So this is bar 26. That low E is ringing. Now we're gonna slide our 2nd finger over into bar 27 by 1 fret to grab the melody, which is a D at the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And our bass note is the F sharp at the 4th fret of the low E string. Then F sharp at the 4th fret of the D string, and then the melody again. And then I play a B now at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. Now, this last part of bar 27, you can do a number of ways. You can do them as harmonics. You can do them as ringing into each other here at the 7th position. This is the B and G, or you can do it on the same string, okay? For this performance, I chose to do it on the same string the first time, and then harmonics the 2nd time. So this is bar 27. I slide up. So this is bar 27. I'm gonna slide up, slide down on the same string from the 12th fret to the 8th fret, and then grab the C sharp minor 7 chord at the downbeat of bar 28, okay? And I use my 2nd finger here as a guide, 5-6 bar at the 4th fret, leave that ringing, it's C sharp, B within the bar, and then E at the 5th fret of the 2nd string, roll with vibrato, E at the 7th fret of the 5th string, and then open G, open B, and then E at the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and E at the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then G at the 8th fret of the same string. This is bar 28, a little vibrato with a roll, then you're going up into bar 29, which is the 2nd page. Which is the 2nd page. Okay, now we're on the 2nd page, bar 29. Okay, we have a full bar at the 5th fret, and these are 2 octave Gs. Okay, we have the G at the 5th fret low string, and then the G at the 8th fret of the 2nd string. Play those together, find the D within the bar, and then find the B flat at the end of that, first half of the measure, on the 8th fret of the D string. You can leave that ringing, then grab the F sharp at the 7th fret of the 2nd string, and then E at the 5th fret, and then back to G at the 8th fret. A bit of a stretch, but you can do it until you release everything here to play an open A and an F sharp at the 7th fret of the 2nd string. This is the start of bar 30. Slide off it to grab an open D, then an E at the 2nd fret of the same string, and then I use my 3rd finger to grab the F sharp here with an open B, hammer on to C sharp, 2nd fret of the B string, and then D, the 3rd fret of the 2nd string as well. Bar 30, bar 30. You can do rest stroke if you want on that first melody note. This brings us to bar 31, one of the trickiest for the left hand. We're going to do a full bar at the 2nd fret, double octave E's, 2nd fret of the low string, and then 5th fret of the 2nd string. Let those ring. Grab the G here with your 3rd finger, 5th fret of the 4th string, and then the B at the 4th fret of the 3rd string. And if you're getting the buzz like I was just doing that means your finger is too close to the fret on the wrong side, so you want to try to have it in the middle. You leave your 2nd finger down on the bar, and then shift your 3rd finger to grab the G at the 5th fret of the low string, and the C sharp is a part of the bar, it's the melody, E, and then B, which is still down, and then slide your 3rd and 2nd finger down at the same time to play the F sharp major chord at the start of bar 32. So F sharp in the bass, C sharp's a part of the bar, A sharp 3rd fret of the 3rd string, F sharp 4th fret of the 4th string. Leave your F sharp down, release the bar, it's nice to release that, and then A sharp at the 1st fret of the 5th string, play that with your thumb together. And I like to slide up to the B at the 2nd fret, and then a C sharp at the 4th fret of the same string. And that's the first ending of this phrase, okay? So I'll go from bar 29, this top of the page, a little vibrato there, melody, do a little rest stroke, slide off, hammer on, get your bar in a good position here, hold it, slide down, thumb, and then back to bar 21. 22, 23, this is all the same as before. Bar 25, bar 26, 27, and now I do an open B harmonics. Okay, that's the change this time around. Bar 28, which we went over. 29 again. 30. Now this time I grab the F sharp with my 4th finger. Hammer on 4th finger, hammer on with the 1st finger, and then 3rd finger on the D. And this is to free up my 2nd finger to grab the low E and bar 33, which is the 2nd ending of the phrase. Octave E's, G sharp here, 1st finger, G sharp here, 1st fret of the 3rd string, D, 3rd fret of the 2nd string with my pinky, slide up to the 7th fret of the same string, G at the 5th fret of the 4th string, and then C sharp at the 6th fret of the G string, and then we're at the downbeat of bar 34. So this is bar 33. One of my favorite cadences, and we're off to the next section here. Okay, so getting into bar 33 from bar 32, remember you want to play the F sharp with your 4th finger this time, hammer on with 1, and then play D with 3 to free up your 2nd finger to then grab the low E, slide up with some vibrato, and then I like to do a little vertical vibrato here on the melody at the start of bar 34. So all these are little tricks to play the piece more legato, if you like, and add a little character to it. So that's bar 34. We're playing the low D, F sharp at the 4th fret of the D string, and then D at the 7th fret of the 3rd string. Little vibrato, slide off, open A, B in the bass, which is the 2nd fret of the 5th string, F sharp, you can do some vibrato here, 4th fret of the low string, A and D. And use those open strings to mask your shift up to the 9th position. And this is a new section. This is bar 35, okay? This is bar 35. We're at the 9th fret of the 5th string, F sharp, then C sharp with open E. The C sharp is the 11th fret of the D string, and we're going to let those ring into the next beat, which is A at the 10th fret of the B string and G sharp at the 12th fret of the G string. Okay? And then we let go of everything and go to the 11th fret of the low D string, because that's a C sharp. A with our 2nd finger, 12th fret of the 5th string, and then our 3rd and 4th finger playing the G and high E at the 12th fret on the 3rd and 1st string. So this is a bit of a tricky measure. We're coming out of 34. Use the open strings of transition, leave everything down, then let go of everything, bass, bass, and then add the treble, okay? Bass, bass, and then add the treble, okay? So again, 34, transition, okay, so 34, transition, let it ring, shift. Now bar 36, you're going down with your pinky as a guide to the 10th fret with an open D. Okay, that's your pinky right there. Then a half bar. Okay, half bar at the, so a half bar at the 7th fret. You're playing the 2nd string and then the 9th fret of the high E string, and then a B. Okay, I don't slur those, I pluck those. The B is a part of the bar. Take that half bar, shift it down 2 frets, play the 3rd and 1st string, and then add a D sharp at the 6th fret of the 5th string. Hold that, then and play the G at the 8th fret of the 2nd string, let go of everything, and play the F sharp at the 7th fret of the 2nd string. So it's written to hold it, which you can do, but then you get kind of this squeak when you shift up again. So I like to let go when I'm going into bar 37. And this is a judgment call. As long as the melody is maintained, I think you're okay there. So this is bar 34. Going into 35, we shift on the open strings, let them ring, shift. 4th finger as a guide, plucking, plucking, move the half bar down, let go, and land on bar 37. Okay? It's really nice. And I like to also push the tempo there. We're going through, peak of the phrase, coming down, and then resting at the start of bar 38. Okay, so bar 37, we have this E minor chord. We're doing a quick pull off from the 8th fret to the 7th fret of the B string. Bar 5-6 bar at the 7th fret, and then landing on the E there. And I like to let go and do some vibrato. This is the 9th fret of the 3rd string. Really nice to do that. And then use that open B to mask your shift down. Okay, this is an A7 chord, open A, open G, C sharp with an ornament to the D, 2nd and 3rd fret, B on the 4th fret of the G string, then A, and then now grab the B again with your 4th finger this time, bar 38, and do some vibrato. I like to do a broken rest stroke with some vertical vibrato. And this takes us to our